Hi, this is Julio from Delcorp Data, and in this video, what I'm going to share are some CRM facts, frequently asked questions, and CRM fundamentals. So what I'll cover is what is a CRM, why use a CRM, the differences between open source, free, and proprietary CRMs, how does our CRM development work? Okay, so let's start. What is a CRM? CRM stands for Customer Relations Management, compiles an organization's interactions and conversations between you, your customers, vendors, or other parties. There are three types of CRMs: analytical, operational, collaborative. Analytical are basically tracking real-time data such as current trends and future predictions. Operational CRM, such as sales. Collaborative is a combination of a few different departments such as sales, marketing, and customer service. Usually hosted on a cloud for teams to collaborate. You can host this locally, but it basically is just one person and you can get away with using a spreadsheet. But when you have a team of people, say two or more, you'd like to share this online, and that's through a cloud platform. Okay, now every CRM should include these modules: account management, marketing, sales, workflows, collaboration, report, and analytics. So let's start off. Account management is when a lead, or let's just start off at sales. Okay, so sales is when someone talks to someone. You can generate a lead, you can input their data, and for all of a sudden they become a client. Then it becomes an account. An account is basically when someone is dealing with your company on a frequent basis. Now, marketing is obviously the campaigns that are out there. It could be an advertising campaign, say on social media. It could be a radio campaign, or it could be any other form of marketing spend. Workflows at the bottom there. What happens here is when you can automate your business. So for example, let's say a lead comes in and all of a sudden you need this lead to take a certain approach. You need your person or your operator to take a certain approach. So a workflow helps that person log in. They don't have to think too much. All they're looking at are basically a screen that tells them what to do. For example, call this person in 2 weeks' time. So in 2 weeks' time, an alert pops up. Easy. Collaboration is when people are sharing documents, such as, let's just say you have a Google Drive or Dropbox. This is when you can share documents. It's as simple as that. Share a proposal. Let's just say we're all working on a tender. We all need to put in our bits and pieces. So it's probably a good idea to share that one location instead of having multiple copies, which can be confusing and we dreaded. We don't want an old, outdated version to go out to the customer. This is just not on. So a collaborative module allows everyone in the team to deal with one document. Reports and analytics. This helps you basically track performance of an individual, department, a team, a country, whatever you segment your business in. This module allows you to do that. Next, why use a CRM? Well, it's basically to keep things systemized, process-driven, organized, time-tracked, increase productivity and/or profits. Track performance via reports, as mentioned earlier. There are three different licensing types: open source, free, and proprietary CRMs. An open source software, depending on the open source license, but it usually allows you to be royalty free. That means you don't pay any ongoing fees. You're free to download the source code. You can fix bugs and can modify the code. Now, little asterisk there, which basically means depending on the license, any modifications, fixes may need to be shared too. Now, on the next slide, what I have here are all different types of licensing types. They all have the same model, which is royalty free, free to download, fix bugs, modify code. Now, the asterisk there basically says if you fix the code and have improved the software, well, share it. I mean, they've shared the source code with you, so you can share that back with the community. That's the open source way of thinking. A permissive, that was copyleft, what I just mentioned. A permissive is basically you can download and you don't have to share if you don't want. But yeah, it depends on you what you want to do. Next, open source, so free CRMs. Free CRMs use a freemium business model. it's expected that common features are free. Everything that I mentioned earlier, such as these modules, it should be part of their free offering because all the competitors are doing. So it makes sense that the free version has this too. You may be charged for proprietary or useful features, which is annoying when you basically want to do something, such as send something or create a customized workflow, and all of a sudden you have to pay for it. Well, this is per user by the way. So this is how a freemium model works. It can also lock you out for a period of time. Let's just say a 7-day trial, a 14-day trial. We've all seen them. After a certain number of leads, contacts, etc. It could be after, after 1,000 leads or 1,000 marketing campaigns, whatever it is, it locks you out and the data's there unless you pay to unlock the system. Now, what I've got here is an example of a freemium model on HubSpot. So as you can see, as I've scrolled down on the left-hand side column, you see free. The free option has less features. Starter, professional, enterprise. Enterprise and professional have the most options, and it's no surprise that the professional and enterprise software have the best features for most companies and individuals, such as using a lot of campaigns, customized emails. It could be that you need automated workflows or customized workflows, because in the earlier models, such as free, starter, or professional, it just could be out of the box generic features that everyone has, which is fine, but it may not be fit for purpose. So make sure you look at the features. Proprietary CRMs uses a freemium business model as a way to attract leads. It's closed off, impossible to extract the code. That's why it's proprietary. Highly valuable features are charged at a premium. It's usually on the cloud. It's generic functions to appeal to many users, as I mentioned just before, and it's usually charged per user or users. Let me show you an example. This is an example, a pricing example of a proprietary CRM model. This is a HubSpot pricing page. As you can see, I've got CRM and sales highlighted in the middle there, right here. But basically, what you're looking at there is 3 different models. You got your starter, professional, and enterprise. Starter at $68 Australian dollars per month, all the way up to $1,730 per month. That's billed at $20,760 per year. Now, depending on your features and requirements, it may be worth going for enterprise version. It could be a bit much. It depends on what you want to do. We'll basically explain how our system works, but basically what we do is we look at the features required, and if in the enterprise level or equivalent in other CRMs, there's lots of CRMs around, we basically can customize the software to your needs without having a hefty price tag. All right, so that's the HubSpot pricing schedule, but you can do your research and you can see that a similar model exists for, say, Salesforce. I'm not too sure if it's Dynamics, Microsoft Dynamics, but anyway, they all have a similar model. When you get to a certain point, that when there's 10 plus users, you may need to pay these fees up front. And if, let's just say you have 8 users and 2 are not using, then all of a sudden you would need to pay 10 minimum. That, if you look at these numbers, 1,730 per month, you divide that into 10 users, and that's, or you multiply 1,730, multiply it by 12 months. That gives you a $20,760 per year fee. How does our CRM development work? Stage 1, the business needs. We need to know what your business does. Now, this is a discussion. This is usually held by a discussion with your team, such as an operations manager. Stage 2, systems analysis and design. So what happens here is we take a process which needs to be digitized. It's usually the lead generation or the first point of contact. It's usually the most highly valued part of your business that you need to start the process, the workflow process. So this is what we take. We take a process and we digitize it. Next, this could be such as a paper form, as an example. You need that to be on the web. Okay, so next is stage 3, development. Development could be a proof of concept, such as live software. Here is an example of our software, which is basically Suite CRM on our server. That URL is a fakie. So if you try to go there, it's not real, just for security purposes. But basically, it needs to be working so you can log in, add a lead, see how it all works. That's stage 3, development. Once development has been completed, so the proof of concept is there, you could see how it works. We've digitized the process, a paper form into web. Now it's on some kind of digital format. You can do something with this now. So next comes stage 4, support and maintenance. Now, 2 parts here, support and maintenance. The first part, support. Support is about ongoing development and customizations. For example, it could be a new business process to be part of the workflow. It could be improving a workflow, supporting staff. Another one could be, for example, let's just say we have a existing workflow that needs to be improved. This is support. So we need ongoing developer support. We need a coder from our end to customize your software, the CRM, to your business requirements. Next is support, the maintenance part, which is basically anything technical, such as security patches, bug fixes, platform updates, backups, restorations. That's our job. Anything technical, that's maintenance. Another part of support that I forgot to mention is if your users need help using the software, come to us. We basically know Suite CRM very, very well. That's what we use here. That's Suite CRM, the open source platform. And if you need any questions, you can come to us. That is all. If you need help, get in touch, get supported by us. Contacts right there. You can call us, email, or click on the Get Started link and send your ticket. Thank you.